So Mr. Johnson and I had a fundamental difference in defense strategy. There's no point in us moving forward together on this case. I submitted a motion to have Mr. Johnson remove his counsel in that case.
Why?
Excuse me?
Why?
Why? Because Mr. Johnson is totally uninterested in this case.
Chancellor, you've been before me before, and I'm just going to tell you this.
Okay.
I haven't known Mr. Johnson necessarily all that long.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you, for maybe about the past year plus that he's been appearing before this court, there has not been a client that he has walked into this court where he has not been interested in their case and zealously representing his defendant. I don't believe it for 1 minute. Not 1 minute. I think, because you've been before, is that you're probably not listening to him. He is advising you. I can guarantee he's protecting every right you have.
And you'd be absolutely
to the
wrong.
fullest.
I have not seen, this gentleman has told me he's going to show up to see me countless times at the county jail. He has not. I've been waiting over 2 years for discovery in another case at all. This gentleman doesn't answer his phone. You're making these assertions without having personal experience.
I'm done.
I'm
done.
If you want to file a tool for defense.
If you want to file Mr. Chancellor, you're done. You're done. You are done.
Welcome back, Post Pollock viewers. Dave Epstein here for the Post Pollock firm here in Roseland, New Jersey. Today we are returning to Judge Simpson's courtroom. It seems you folks like Judge Simpson and seeing my commentary on what he's doing. And Judge Simpson in this video does not disappoint. It's called You're Done, and you can see the rest. We'll give you the link to the video, but it's just classic Judge Simpson. Let's watch.
Your name, sir?
Carl Tinsley.
Thank you. Just stepped over. Yeah, there you go. All right. Okay, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we ask this matter be set for jury trial.
All right. Jury final settlement conference, June 6, 2025, 9 a.m. Jury selection, if necessary, June 9th, 2025 at 8:30. Both of those proceedings are in person.
Your Honor.
I'm sorry. I'd like to speak about this.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, counsel first.
I have jury selection Lawrence Buckner in the Ypsilanti District Court on June 9th.
Jury selection?
Yes, Your Honor.
Before Judge Barr?
Yes, Your Honor.
It'll be here.
Okay.
We all select on the same day.
All right.
So.
Your Honor, if I may. So Mr. Johnson and I had a fundamental difference in defense strategy. There's no point in us moving forward together on this case. Mr. Johnson is representing me in circuit court. I've submitted a motion to have Mr. Johnson remove his counsel in that case.
Why?
Excuse me?
Why?
Why? Because Mr. Johnson is totally uninterested in this case, in that case, in this case as well.
Mr. Chancellor, you've been before me before, and I'm just going to tell you this.
Okay.
I haven't known Mr. Johnson necessarily all that long.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you, for maybe about the past year plus that he's been appearing before this court, there has not been a client that he has walked into this court where he has not been interested in their case and zealously representing his defendant. So I don't believe you. You coming before telling me that about this attorney? I don't believe it for 1 minute. Not 1 minute. I think, because you've been before, is that you're probably not listening to him. He is advising you. I can guarantee he's protecting every right you have.
And you'd be absolutely wrong.
Fullest.
I have not seen, this gentleman has told me he's going to show up to see me countless times at the county jail. He has not. I've been waiting over 2 years for discovery in another case at all. This gentleman doesn't answer his phone. You're making these assertions without having personal experience.
I'm done.
I'm
done. If you want to file
a tool for defense.
If you want to file Mr. Chancellor, you're done. You're done. You are done.
Yeah, I think I need to respond to the 2-year comment. Mr. Tinsley does have a matter that's been pending for 2 years. I'm the fourth attorney on that matter. I have only been representing him since April. When I go to speak to him, he doesn't want to talk about what I want to talk about, Jan. So I just want to clear that up for the record.
And Mr. Johnson, I meant my words sincerely. I've dealt with Mr. Tinsley before. It's the game we play. So I'm done.
All right.
You're still on this case, regrettably, but you're still on it. All right. Take care, sir.
Okay, folks, there you saw it. Judge Simpson meting out justice, if you will. That business of asking for a new attorney, I gather that that attorney is a public defender. And there are defendants in cases, actually even in civil cases, even on higher end cases like business litigation, etc., where somebody keeps switching attorneys because they're not saying the things they want them to say. Let me start it this way. We are here to advise you as best we can, even if it's not what you want to hear. If you can say, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. We cannot do anything that is unethical. We cannot allow you to get up on the witness stand and lie. We are not going to suborn perjury. We're not going to create false facts. We're not going to manufacture documents. We are not going to do anything. We're not going to backdate documents. We are here to work within the facts and evidence as we find it, and to work with you and any witnesses we have to the best of our ability. These guys who say he doesn't care about my case, well, if he didn't visit him, that's a shame, but that doesn't mean he's not on top of his case. It's just, this guy's in jail because apparently he's got quite a rap sheet. So he's got a lot of free time to talk about how he needs his cases, plural, to be handled. Well, you get a free attorney, and the free attorney does not come unlimited, like, okay, now I want to get a better one. I want to upgrade. I can tell you, I had personal experience in this. I was a pro bono assigned counsel early in my career. A guy was charged with burglary. This guy broke into a laundromat, took off all his clothes, threw him, it was a snowy night, threw him into a dryer, and when the police showed up, he was laying passed out drunk on a changing table, stark naked. The laundromat was lit up. I mean, you walked by, you saw this naked guy in there. I started speaking to him. I got the discovery. I looked at his rap sheet. I will not name names, but he had an extensive history of arrests. But I saw that he had a lot of drunken disorderlies, DWIs. I said, I think you have a problem. I'm going to be candid with you. Started arguing. They said, no, I mean, anybody who does this drunk, you seem to have an alcohol problem. No, I don't. So I said, listen, I went and talked to the prosecutor. I said, listen, this guy it doesn't look to me like he's ever been treated. He said, well, he's been in jail enough times. You'd think you'd stop with that. But I convinced the prosecutor to let this guy, instead of being prosecuted, agree to do 30 days at least in inpatient rehab. Inpatient. Prosecutor agrees. He says the judge will go along with it, I'm sure. I go back to talk to my client. He says, no. He said, okay, I'll do that. And I said, well, you got to get ready to report. He said, what do you mean report? He said, it's going to be inpatient, meaning you're going to have to stay there. You're not going to be allowed to leave, and so on and so forth. He's like, no, absolutely. Starts screaming at me in court. I said, well, I'm recommending that you do this. He said, you're off this case. So I went before this judge who handled it similar to how Judge Simpson would. He goes, okay. I said, so you don't like his advice? He said, no, I don't like Mr. Epstein's advice. Now, the judge happened to know me. I'd appeared before him. He respected, knew I was not selling a client down the river, that I cared. I said, okay, good. I'm going to give you what you want. He said, I am going to relieve Mr. Epstein as counsel. And then he sort of nodded to me like, wait around for a minute because this should be a short relief. He said, okay, he's relieved. And the guy said, okay, well, I now want another attorney assigned. He said, oh, no. I'm not going to keep assigning you free lawyers. You're going to try this case today. You don't like the legal advice? We don't, as a public defender in the pro bono world, you don't get second opinions. And that's what this guy is shopping for. Judge Simpson handled that beautifully. If you don't like him, if you think you have grounds, then file a motion to relieve him as counsel, but don't get up here and start talking about it. Stick your neck out, put out an affidavit. It's going to be denied. He's in one case where the lawyer's the fourth attorney. Judge Simpson, that is exactly the way you handle that. I want a new attorney. People delay trials and play games with the courts all the time with this stuff, and judges don't want to hear it. And you know what? There's a good reason they don't, because it just clogs up the calendar and the case goes nowhere. So, folks, pick your attorney, pick them well, and please, please pick them once. Because when you start shopping around, unless there is a real problem, it comes back to bite you in the rear end. Hope you learned something from this video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit like and subscribe, and please tune in and comment whenever you feel like it. We love to hear from you. See you next time. Dave Epstein signing off. Thank you.